Where are children going hungry? Many think immediately of third world countries such as Haiti and Congo in Africa, but the reality is that childhood hunger is happening right in our own backyards, and we don't even know about it. It is ironic that in rural environments, farmers who feed our entire country are having trouble putting food on the tables to feed themselves. And things are not much better in wealthier sections of the country, such as urban territories. The problem here is that no matter where children are in our country, they are not getting the food they need to live a comfortable, healthy life. So how many children is this really affecting? 1 in 5 children suffer from hunger, which is roughly 16 million kids, a large portion of the nation. The majority of us have never felt this type of hunger.
I feel like I'm so sad and all droopy, and then I'll feel weak, and then some in the mornings I'll be so starving, but then I'll be I need some food.
Hunger can affect a child more than the pain in their stomach, but in their health and mind. A large part of this is caused by poverty and food insecurity. The USDA reports about 1 out of every 6 Americans had trouble coming up with enough money to buy food at some point last year. These 17.2 million households struggle daily finding enough food to eat and worrying if they will go to bed hungry. The United States has reached an all-time high for food insecurity, and if changes are not made, these numbers will grow and become worse. It is important to know why childhood hunger is important in America, what the causes are, and what are some solutions and guidelines to follow to help stop this nationwide epidemic. What are some of the causes of childhood hunger? Many conservatives point out that some people choose to not effectively spend their budget. Spending money on non-essentials, such as sugary drinks like juice and soda instead of water, are common flaws behind inefficient shopping. However, the main cause of childhood hunger comes down to one root issue: poverty. When a family is in poverty, making sure that their children are getting 3 meals a day is not their only concern. They worry if they are going to be able to pay the bills, if they will have a roof over their head, if they can afford to purchase medicine if they need it. Why does poverty play such a large part in childhood hunger? Many of the healthier foods on the market, such as fruits and vegetables, are more expensive. So, the bottom line is that though initially this cheap food tastes good, it does not satisfy hunger for a few hours. If children had access to healthier options like brown rice and oatmeal, they would both receive the nutrients they need and feel fuller longer. These poverty-stricken families aren't poor because they're not working hard to make money. The issue is that this money isn't going far enough for them to provide accordingly for their children.
What's so hard is watching families who are working so hard. They're working jobs, they're earning money, and their dollars just don't go far enough.
Hunger affects children in more than just a few ways. So, in what aspects does a child's life get affected by hunger? Childhood hunger affects a child's life physically, cognitively, and socially. A deprivation of nutrients and minerals can cause children to be clinically underweight. Malnutrition affects 5 to 10% of American children under the age of 3, and this is called failure to thrive. When a child is underweight, their immune system can be severely compromised. Learning disabilities and other cognitive impairments in the classroom have been shown to be directly linked to childhood hunger. This is because malnutrition is associated with delayed brain development. Children are 7 to 12 times more likely to exhibit conduct disorder when they grow up without having enough to eat. This sets up a cycle of poverty and hunger. Children who grow up hungry are less likely to be well prepared emotionally, socially, and behaviorally, and this makes it difficult for them to get a job. So what's being done to ensure that children across America are getting the food that they need? Well, many people are dedicating their time and efforts to making sure that you know about the problem.
Recording a song here in Miami for a campaign which is called Child Hunger Ends Here. You know, they always say music feeds the soul. Literally this time music is feeding people, all right? It's gonna help through the message in this song. People are gonna be actually able to physically feed one of these starving kids.
As more and more people and organizations know about the problem, they are able to make the decision of whether or not they want to help. Luckily, many do. ConAgra Foods has been a leader in the movement for food-related companies to donate food for various programs. Bank of America, TGI Fridays, and many others have adopted models where they commit to donate $1 for every $2 of revenue, as an example. Awareness efforts have also reached the government. Lobbyists have single-handedly helped create the federal SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. SNAP helps to make sure that families and children who need food stamps can receive them. Across America, educational programs are beginning to form. These educational programs also help to teach about proper portion sizes. Fun, attractive worksheets, for instance, help families understand different portion sizes using intuitive, easy-to-explain guides.
A kid told me the other day that he went to the grocery store and told his mom, hey, I don't want that vitamin D milk, I want the 2% milk. So little stories like that inspires me to want to do a better job.
But beyond getting an education in proper nutrition and purchasing habits, children are beginning to get the food that they need. In addition to food stamps and rebates, schools have begun assembling pre-packaged meals for both lunch and the weekend. The National School Lunch Program has been at the forefront of keeping lunches healthy and affordable. However, even with all of these measures, the single most powerful means of keeping the relief system working is donations. Consider the impact of every well-off person in America donating just a single dollar. Child hunger might not exist. With a well-defined problem, donations can help support the purchase and sometimes even the production of food. Importantly, donations help fund inspiration. In low-income areas across the country, healthy, affordable grocery stores are being built. With donations, change is possible. Governor of Maryland Martin O'Malley said, "Whether or not we're able to feed our children determines everything else that we're trying to do as a people." With this in mind, consider all these different ways that you can help. By donating time and money, or even raising awareness, you are a part of the solution. This is not just a problem in other countries, but a problem here in our own home.